mean. As a beetle who's like... Imagine if you were shrunk to the size of a beetle and you saw an actual beetle, you'd fucking... you'd freak the shit out. Like,
That's again, it's like compassion for creatures. Like, everyone smashes a spider the second they see it, right? But then they're happy to go to Red Lobster and eat crabs all night, and they look exactly the same. That's just bigger.
That's the thing, though. I don't kill spiders. I like spiders. I like them.
I absolutely hate spiders.
I like spiders only because they kill flies, and I despise.
But I leave them alone. Like I'll let them kind of hang out in the corner.
Spiders seem to have like a little bit more like of a cognitive ability. Like they seem to kind of be more in tune with life.
I execute house centipedes though.
I love that. I love killing those.
You put them in a
no mercy.
Oh, I will spray WD-40 on them until they burn from the inside out.
Oh my god! You put them in a cup and then they're just like they just give up. They just sit in the middle and they're just like
WD-40.
Yeah.
I don't know. All you never did grease their legs so they could run faster, man.
I never did that, but it was just an example. But I'd spray them with bleach. Does that sound better?
Oh, they get so big too.
June bugs. I don't like June bugs. They only come out in June.
I don't know what they are.
In like July. They're the ones that like they come in hissing.
That's a southern thing.
We have different bugs in Ireland.
You knock them down and then they just like they like lay on the ground. Go, just like spinning around in circles because they can't get up because their body weight is like it's awful because you're trying to watch a show and he's in the corner like and you're like shut up and you're actually screaming at it because I was like I remember sitting there trying to watch Cowboy Bebop and he was sitting in the corner going whenever they're fucking stepping on it like 16 times to set back down, then it's like because you can't kill it, you can't crush it. You have to take a fucking cement block, and because they're like their shell is so strong.
When I lived with Chris in Ireland, when I lived with Chris in Ireland, we had a fly problem, and I took pleasure in killing those flies.
Flies are fucking awesome.
Even if no one was in the house, I'd talk to them. I'd be like, "Oh,
Chris
you think
having flies? I'm shocked."
Oh yeah, they're all like
flies.
They're all around his face and shit. When he was sitting on his computer, I had to kill him.
Is he shooting his tongue out?
But when I talked to them, I was like, "Oh, I killed all of your brothers. What are you gonna do?" And then like one of them would get away, and I'm like, "You're lucky. If you're gone by the time I come back, I think you might have got away. But then if you'd been there, I'm gonna kill you."
Sorry, Chris told this story while I was away about me waking him up at fucking like 8 in the morning. Because it was like 3 in the morning probably because I was smashing bugs in my room because some stupid asshole decided to leave a cereal container open and bring in the meal.
Actually, yeah, you do need to rectify that because
I did not leave I didn't get first of all I didn't get a fucking like double wide box of Cheerios and leave it open.
No,
so
someone said, I don't know who said, but someone said on the podcast that you left a bit of rotten fruit in your room. But I think it was actually like rotting cereal in the kitchen.
No, that was not me. This is what happened. So just to fucking clear some up, this is another Judge Judy scenario. What actually happened was there was a fucking box of Cheerios that I didn't get because I didn't go downstairs to put fucking cereal down there. I had cereal in my own room. And somebody left it there and fucking mealworms got into it and then everyone thought they were maggots, which I thought they were maggots.
Like they were larvae, so they were actually like maggots like, by definition, but I
thought they were flies.
But instead of flies, they spawned into moths.
Yeah, they were meal moths, and those are the fucking worst because I have this door. One of my doors was kind of higher than others. It was about an inch off the ground.
But you gotta remember,
there was light that they could easily see at all times in the day. There was tons of them downstairs, and somehow, like, my door was always high enough so they could come inside, and I had meal moths all the time. Yeah. But what's funny is, I swear to God, this may sound like crazy, and it might just be a bias, but I feel like they were learning. Like, they were learning when to come out and when... Like,
no, they weren't, Corey.
Listen, okay? So after a while, I would kind of test. I would turn the lights off, turn it back on, and then when they were all out, right? I would kill them. No, listen. I would kill them all. And I would continue to do this. And then I started realizing that I would do this, and then I would see them, and they would immediately fly into the dark.
No.
Yeah, they used to just fly around, but then when I turn the lights on, they all, like, scatter into the dark.
I never heard of the term meal moth.
I didn't hear about it until they came. They're like fucking things that live in cereals. Or moths. They're tiny moths that live in cereals.
Never in the history of ever has...
But you lived in the house.
You know why you had fly problems in your room?
Wasn't me!
It's because you leave open bottles of Blue Moon in there and it's nothing but sugar and it attracts
not me. I had no blue moon in my fucking room. My room is completely clean because I made sure after there was fucking meal moths in the cereal that was downstairs, there was a fucking group about as tall as a fucking skyscraper in bug terms. See, that was not me.
Corey.
That was some asshole downstairs who left the fucking box of cereal open. My fucking room was fine.
Corey, I actually agree with you there.
Now, when I cleaned your room out when we moved out, there was nothing but beer bottles in there filled with bugs.
That was after.
Yeah, after.
After they were all dead.
No,
I celebrated by drinking beer and leaving them all over the place.
Corey, look, all right, so they're both right. I'm just giving an unbiased opinion. So Corey was not responsible.
There was a lot of moths in our kitchen.
I'm not gonna lie. I did have beer bottles and stuff in my room, but that wasn't what caused it.
It wasn't what caused it.
Because Chris didn't have any in his fucking room. How do you explain that?
Because
Zach didn't have one either.
Because Chris had rotten sandwiches in his room.
Yeah, but Zach had like fucking 16 blue moons on the table counter on his fucking window. And my room had a light underneath because everyone else's room was completely dark, but mine had a light.
Yeah, you're through
Maybe
the wood.
you guys all have confusing problems because I never had bugs in my room, period.
Neither did I.
Surprise!
You're a jerk. And nice bottle glasses, nerd.
Incorrect. No! The first thing you said, incorrect. Second thing you said, very true.
Here's the thing, though.
The Mothman prophecy.
Here's the problem. Yeah. Even if you got rid of the source, they're gonna try and live there regardless. If you got rid of all the wheat, and I did, trust me. Once I started getting meal moths, my room was clean of all things. I made sure.
Is meal moths an official term?
I can tell you a story about meal moths.
Oh, so meal moths is an actual thing?
It's real. My brother had meal moths. He's in South Korea. All his cereal boxes in his pantry were filled with meal moths.
So yeah, you got it too.
And he came home and he sublet his place to another guy while he was visiting America. And I guess the guy went into the pantry, started opening cereal boxes, and just the whole place filled with meal moths. And he's like writing my brother these angry emails. He's like, "What the fuck?" He's like,
"They fucking stink too." And they were like glued to the ceiling. Like you'd be walking around, they just land in your hair and on your hands, and you're just like,
"Yeah." See, I thought you were smashing fruit flies. That's what everyone else was telling me.
No, they're meal moths.
It was actually the moths that were that got birthed in the
fruit
kitchen.
flies are tiny. Like they wouldn't even bother me at all.
They bothered the shit out of me, man.
Yeah, they
never bother. I never got fruit flies. To be completely honest, I know it sounds crazy.
Fruit flies suck. Dude.
I know it sounds crazy, but I never got fruit flies. Once the fruit flies started coming in, I got rid of the source and they were gone. I never had fruit flies. Excessive amounts. I had them, but I got rid of them. Because they come, like you leave a beer out for a night, they're there in 2 seconds. They'll just just like appear before the beer or just
Let me tell you
anything.
something about fruit flies. They swarm around my dick, my friend, because my shit is ripe.
Because your dick is African and black, so they swarm around your dick.
Yeah, it's like a mango.
They call
African kid.
They
you won't even buy it from the store because you're like,
they crawl into your fucking like pores on your dick and they set up shop. They make more babies and you're like, check this out. I shake it a little, they all come out.
They get little studio apartments on my wiener.
Anyways,
wow.
There's something I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about babysitters. It was a weird topic, but it's kind of something that like.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that this morning.
Yeah, you were saying you want to talk about babysitters.
Yeah.
I'm terrified with
Can I talk about a babysitter first? Just a really short one?
Yeah.
First and foremost,
okay.
Jeff, when you were growing up, did you have babysitters?
I did.
Niall, when you were growing up, did you have babysitters?
I had plenty of babysitters when I was younger.
Step back for a second. Jeff, did you ever babysit?
No.
Niall,
I
babysitted, or did you babysit?
I babysitted. I had babysitters and I babysitted when I was 16 for my cousins.
Corey,
Yeah.
did you have babysitters?
I babysat and I had babysitters.
Cool. I have only babysat. I've never had babysitters though.
My babysitters.
I had like a Happy Gilmore routine where my grandma kind of raised me for a while.
It was weird.
I have two things. One, my babysitters used to lock me in my bedroom and watch Titanic downstairs.
That's generally what they do. They get rid of you.
Yeah, and then when I babysat,
That's really specific, Niall.
Then when I babysat, my little cousin threw a 20-cent coin into my eyeball, and I have a terrible left eyesight since. That happened to me when I was babysitting.
Niall, shut up. Jeff, go.
I thought I was too old. Even at that age, I'm just like, why do I have a babysitter?
That's the term I don't
there as a
understand.
little kid, but I'm just like, do I need this?
Exactly. I was like 14.
What age?
34.
Last year. No, I don't remember. I don't remember.
I don't want my squish
It's so long
peas.
ago, but
She finally went home last year.
but it's like I wasn't in danger of hurting myself. I just sat there and watched TV. I'm like, I'd be fine by myself, but my parents are really paranoid. I guess.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I remember growing up, it's like
I didn't need a babysitter.
we just like raised our, which was a good and bad idea at the same time because we still did a lot of stupid shit. But
I feel like
I never had babysitters.
I was over. I feel like I was my especially my mother was a little overprotective.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the type where I can't ride down the road without, you know, she'd scream at me if I didn't wear my bicycle helmet.
My mom did that too. I remember my mom. She got me a bike helmet, knee pads, elbow pads.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
We talked about like you have these like goofy neon fucking elbow
This
pads.
wasn't for rollerblading though. This was for biking.
I know. I had the same thing. My mom made me wear like some fucking like goofy bright blue helmet with these elbow pads to ride a fucking bike.
Well, at the time, my stepdad was a detective and my mom was a sergeant.
Oh.
So everything was all about safety. So it was like
sense.
police fucking safety everywhere I went. And all my friends just thought I was a fucking faggot because I was going out on a bike with knee pads and...
I had an orange vest. My mom used this huge orange... Dude, I wanted to ride to a friend's house. It was like 2 miles away. She made me wear this big orange vest.
Exactly,
with
dude.
fucking traffic blinkers.
When I was a kid, my best friend, fucking Jerry, he lived like 3 blocks away. My mom was like, you need to put this on, this on, this on. I spent more time putting gear on than it took to get to his fucking house.
That was the same for me. Like when I had to go bike riding, it was elbow pads, knee pads, a backpack with like.
I wasn't riding.
That's when you stand up to your mom and you're like, fuck you, mom, and then you never have to do that again.
Yeah, but look, guys, like I never had to do that shit, and I got a stone clogged in my brain when I was 4 years old.
That's what you get. You should have
exactly. That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't be complaining about it.
Your hair, you kind of starting to look like Sonic the Hedgehog.
You look like a fucking Onimusha character.
You do.
I don't know what that is. But
Also,
your hair looks like PS2 graphics just going back.
It was like Final Fantasy PS2 hair.
don't make fun of the hair, dude.
You actually do. You have a bit of a Musashi Eagle thing going on.
Don't make fun of the hair. At least I can grow hair, Stamper. Corey, at least I have...
What do you call this fucking shit?
I'd shave it because...
You know what? Stamper can't
You know what?
grow hair.
I shave it because
Stamper's
I
a
have
fake bald man. That's what I say. Stamper like acts like a bald man and like shaves his head, but he's not actually. He can grow perfectly amount of hair.
No,
You can
check
grow
this
the
out.
same- Look, you can grow the same amount of hair I can if you
You know
want
why I
to.
shave my head, Niall?
What?
Because I have important things to do. You know what you do every day? You go to your fucking hairstylist. What? Done.
I've never once in my entire life went to a hairstylist.
Nobody looks that beautiful without going to a hairstylist.
I have
Fuck
never
you.
went to a hairstylist. In
Who's
my
the
entire
lady you go to at the mall?
What?
You do have a
I haven't
beautiful
gone to
head
any-
of hair.
I haven't went to any hairstylist in the mall in my fucking life.
My ass. That is such horseshit, my friend.
But it's not. That's the thing. Like Zach was telling me about this like black lady I should go to in there. Like I know it's not irrelevant, but he was saying that
your hair looks like.
Let me tell you how
could
people
play Jesus in an upcoming film.
Let me tell you how people work. Jeff, he's probably not happy with his hair. That's why he wears a hat all the time.
I mean, it's messy, but I still have it.
The thing is, the first time. This is funny because like the first time
I'm
I
not
saw
insulting Jeff. I'm not happy with
my hair is a
I cut it
combination
off.
of
The first time I saw
It's
Jeff
annoying.
was actually recently at Zach's birthday when we all went to Stamper's house to drink, and Jeff wasn't wearing his hat and he was sitting on the couch and he looked like a deer in the headlights. You did look like a vulnerable deer. You were like, oh God, people are seeing me without my hat, and you just sat there. But you have
that
a
what you
perfect,
were thinking?
perfect
Oh,
head of hair.
fuck off.
No, that's true. You have a perfect head of hair, but you're just like, oh God, oh shit.
You're
did look-
projecting or something. I didn't care.
No, you looked like you cared a little bit.
I don't believe
I
you,
don't even
Niall.
remember when this year taught when you when.
Nah, look at you with
Zach's
your
birthday.
authority glasses.
Dude, I
leading
have
the
the-
fucking ropes on who can have like hair control hair.
Like,
You know what? I can grow my hair
As they
long
say in
like
the
a
Jewish-
skater boy, but I don't want to look like a fucking emo nerd.
except you did until about a week ago.
No, that's just because I didn't want. I was too lazy.
Like an emo skater
I was
boy.
too lazy to get my hair.
Corey, truthfully, your hair grows out faster than, like, I swear.
Especially my beard.
I see you now and your hair is short.
I
If
even
I saw
have a-
you in 3 weeks and you had, like, long fucking hair again,
thought
it
it
wouldn't
was
even fucking surprise me. I swear your hair grows out, like, 3 times faster than a normal person.
all over my body too. It's not very.
all over where?
That's
where?
hot, dude.
I have a lot of
werewolf.
stomach on my hair.
But yeah, if you got time to go to
You have a
a
lot of
fucking
stomach on
barber
your
and
hair.
a stylist,
Except
then
I
fuck
don't. Except I never once went to any stylist in my entire life.
You're a
That's such
liar.
horseshit, dude. You look like the dude the main guy in Warlock. You remember that
Grease.
movie Warlock?
I haven't seen it, but I hope that's not an insult because I'll get very
Niall,
sensitive.
why don't you just start walking around New York and maybe some like talent scout will see you? You're like,
I know that's sarcasm, Jeff, but I'm not taking. I'm going to just take it as a compliment,
Lyle,
just so I'll feel better.
why don't you carry a cold ice frappuccino in one hand and a muscle shirt and wear it in the other? And
Because
then
I have no
walk up
fucking
and down
titties,
New York
dude.
Street.
It's no
Hold a
joke though. You
wiener in
really,
the
you
other
really
hand.
do pull off that
to
unique.
blow it any chance you get.
What?
You really do pull off that unique.
You have a little sip
Wait,
of cappuccino and then a
What
little
was-
sip of wiener.
what the hell is that movie? Oh shit! What was it called? With the with Will Ferrell and the models, the
Zoolander.
Zoolander. Wasn't there like a joke? Wasn't there like a style where like they were making fun of like the people walk on stage covered in garbage or something? Wasn't that?
Oh,
Was that-
derelict.
Yeah, derelict. Yeah, you're derelict. No,
I can't
Yeah,
remember what
you're
he looks
derelict.
like, but thank you. I'm just gonna say thank you, just so I don't.
no, you're not.
Just so I can sleep tonight.
I'm just getting even with you.
You see, when you fuck with Niall long enough, he starts to like his personality starts to go down and
Yeah,
down and down.
yeah.
Like now, he's really legitimately upset.
A little bit.
Anyways, I wanted to talk about babysitters, not Niles Frofro.
Frofro, what's that?
It's a hair term.
You got to tell me what that is before you
It's a
continue.
hair term.
Everybody's
It's a
fucking
hair
getting
turn.
thrown in the barrel tonight. This isn't fair.
Okay,
Corey,
All right.
listen, you look like John Oliver.
I
with
do.
AIDS.
Thank you. Thank you for the compliment.
With what?
With fucking
With AIDS?
and
No,
terminal.
it's like-
I'm John Oliver
he's
with
like-
AIDS.
he's
Terminal
I look the same.
Niall, there is no way
Stabber.
that you did not go to a stylist.
Stabber,
You
you
look
look
like the main villain in Passenger 57 with your hair coming back.
Stabber, you look like Jason Statham who went through a blender and came back out and he's like, oh, my muscles are gone.
I'll take it.
What?
You look like,
I'll take it.
you look like Statham without
Oh,
muscles.
my muscles are gone. What? That didn't make
You look
sense.
like Statham who got his muscles chopped off and served in a charcoal grill with lamb and stew.
Jeff,
and
you look
Jeff,
like the lead role of Keanu Reeves. in,
Jeff, you look like Keanu Reeves in the movie, the movie he
Pulp
was in
Fiction.
called Johnny Utah.
Yeah, what's it called? Postal View or something?
Postal
Point Break,
Service.
when it was a good movie in 1991, now it's going to be a bad movie in 2015.
Truthfully,
Was that
it was
91?
a great movie.
Was that
It was a good
91?
mo- It was a good movie.
Jeff,
yeah, it
your,
was
your,
91.
your
Wow.
official name is now Jeff. Right.
I thought it was a good name when I picked. I started using it in like 2004, and I'm like,
I
oh
think it's a
yeah,
cool name.
I'll use a name from a quirky, fun 90s movie. And now
And
it's
now
coming back
everyone's
to
on
haunt me.
fucking board.
You should have
Yeah.
saw the fucking you should have saw like the red flags whenever RoboCop and all that shit
I
was.
should have
getting
called
touched.
myself
This is
T-Boy
long
Thompson.
before that.
They were talking about this Point Break remake for years. I thought it would never happen, and all of a sudden the fucking trailer
Was that
popped
like
up
the
one
inside
day.
joke where you thought like it would be funny? The concept, like
No, this is common sense, assuming that all those old franchises were gonna die and Hollywood
fucking
wouldn't run
Evil
out of
Dead
ideas.
Evil Dead was touched.
There was no reason that Evil Dead had to be remade.
That's what I mean.
At all.
It's like it's
Wait, they
astounding.
remade that movie?
They remade
Oh,
Poltergeist.
don't come in. La la la. I
They
don't hear
remade fucking
I don't.
Poltergeist,
no,
dude.
no, no, no,
A movie that
Dude,
didn't even need
Don't
to
tell
be
me they
touched.
remade Evil Dead. Don't tell
Evil
me.
Dude,
Dead
they did
was
with
a
that shit.
shitstorm. It's fucking horrible.
I fucking
They remade it? The remake or the original?
Visually, cinematography is not
It's
bad, but it's a
called Evil
fucking.
Dead.
Are you talking about the
horrible
original or the
movie.
new one?
the new one.
There's a new one?
Yeah.
You were just talking about that, Niall. What the hell?
There's no that character Ash is played by a girl now.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's awful. Like it's just like there's just
You know what? I wouldn't even call it awful. I would say it's bland.
unnecessary. You know,
It's bland.
It's
It's
unnecessary.
safe and
Yeah.
it's bland
Yeah.
and it's missing all the. It's
It
the
doesn't
same
have
thing
the
with the
fun-
RoboCop reboot. It's like they don't get why RoboCop existed to begin with. Why they did well to begin with. They
RoboCop-
just rebuild them.
RoboCop is a weird movie that could only be pulled off once. That movie is so fucking bizarre.
The other thing, though, and I think we brought this up before, but it seemed like there's this golden age of movie making in like the 80s and 90s when you could almost feel like the budgets were high enough where the movie had, you know, decent effects and actors, but at the same time
It was
they were
weird. It was so,
all,
like, new.
They were like all under the radar enough where everybody making the movie was having fun. Like you could almost tell people.
What else? What else was
We talked
Murphy
about
from
that in the
RoboCop
car.
in?
We talked about how like all cityscapes now are just like these black sleet businessmen who
Now-
make millions of dollars. Like a city life is like the luxury. It's not like old 80s movies, which is like it's like shitty and gritty and people are real and like when stuff happens it actually feels like it happens. Now it's all like corporate.
And they were
Like you
so
watch
charming, too.
You watch the movie today, it seems like nobody's having fun making it.
No, it's all like
business.
this.
Well, I just feel like it's like a transitional period where like most people coming out of college nowadays, they're like moving into the industry without much knowledge of the industry. They understand money, they understand what works, and they understand what you.
They understand how to film things. Like they know. They know
Well, there's
the
two-
Well, yeah,
technical
there's the filmmakers, and then there's
They
the
know all the
writers,
technical
and then there's
shit,
the
but they don't
people
know-
that
There's two things they're
pick
told.
things up as well.
There's two things they're told. They're told what to edit, and they're also told where to put the fucking Wilhelm scream in all the latest films.
If
Those
I
two
hear that
things.
Wilhelm scream one more time,
It's in cartoons now, which is just like any cartoon that comes out, it has a fucking
it is
Wilhelm.
One
way
thing-
past.
It's
overdue.
all pretty much the whole umbrella of Hollywood now is revisiting things that they know worked in the past. People laughed at this, people liked this, people enjoyed this movie, so let's do this again because we know that works.
I'm wondering if they're gonna do something with like westerns, like they're gonna revisit westerns.
Oh, I'd love that. I love Western movies.
I think that would actually.
Tarantino.
I would love that.
Well, I mean, like,
he cares. I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
No, I
He
mean
seems
like
to care.
old westerns, like the stuff that your dad and grandpa watched, like
Well,
the
you know
really
what?
like.
You know, movies like good movies
But I
come
feel
out
like
all
that
the
would be
time.
good.
It's like theater movies, no.
There
but
was
like,
a Million Ways to Die in the West bombed.
That was
yeah, the one thing that
fucking
like
travesty.
80s movies had,
Really?
the one thing that 80s movies had that like modern movies don't have is
Hey, raise your hand if you watched A Million Ways to Die in the West in the theater.
I didn't watch it in the theater.
Why did you do that, Corey?
All right, I told you why, and to be fair, I was giving Seth MacFarlane his first
He was
ever
trying
chance.
to get me to go. I said no.
He had his first ever chance when you watched Ted.
I didn't.
Oh.
That was my first Seth MacFarlane movie.
I can't hate
It
A Million
sucked.
Ways to Die in the West fails so
watch Lee
hard
Griffin,
on
The Untold
every
Story?
level. I can't even believe it. Actually, no, that's wrong. The cinematography is all right.
Yeah.
But it fails. The joke.
Did he direct it?
I
He
think
pretty
so.
much did. He put himself
Yeah.
in every shot to make
Yeah.
sure that.
Well, then
he
he's a
has
great
face time.
The
cinematographer.
writing.
this is-
in
this is a
humor
literal
is
quote from the movie.
Such a disaster.
The mayor of the city was dead on the street. He's like, this is literally the mayor of the city. He's literally lying dead on the street. Dogs are literally coming to eat him. How is that funny?
Zach and I recorded a whole review.
I actually have that. I still have that.
Should we put it out?
We should release that.
All
You
right.
should have some.
I should edit that and
Why
release it.
didn't you?
We can put it on Sleepy
I
Cabin.
keep asking about it, but everybody's incompetent. So
Wait, who said that?
everybody.
Jeff
what?
just said that.
Like, I wasn't meant to.
No. I'm just.
No, I
Zach
was-
had it for the longest
See, I
time.
wasn't the one who was meant
No,
to
I'm
edit
not
it.
blaming you. I'm just saying.
No, I know. But I
You
wasn't the
had
one who was
it.
meant to edit it, but it's on my laptop. I can edit it easily and put it on Sleepy Cabin.
Okay.
You're too busy getting fucking banned from Twitch. Why are you worried about anything?
You got banned from Twitch, Niall?
Twice.
I was there.
You're such a
listening.
fool.
Do you hear about this?
I did. Yeah, I heard you were just prank phone calling. on
Prank phone
Twitch.
calling police stations
Niall.
Look,
on
Jeff,
Twitch.
Jeff, I was drunk and I was funny.
No,
at the
that's
time.
like calling 911 and being like,
He was calling
what do you think of
escort
9/11?
services. He called the same police station twice.
Niall, when did you do that?
Quite recently. It was about a couple of weeks ago.
Hit me that stupid friend of yours.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Listen, Ollie is a stupid fuck.
No, you know if Sleepy Cabin was a real company, you'd be fired right now. You can't do that.
Yeah, the first time he got banned, he was drawing a dick.
I drew a dick, a very detailed penis.
He felt like he needed to get banned harder the second time.
You needed to go out. You had to
Second
go out
time
with a
because I was
bang.
calling escort services and I got banned. The official reason was sexual harassment.
Anyways, that's.
If there's a third time,
This-
I don't know if I'll get.
I'm not doing a thing. I'm just slow clapping
Okay.
for Niall
Alright,
and your
thanks, man.
fucking efforts. Well done.
Anyways, can we get back to babysitters? I haven't even told you my extravagant babysitter.
Wait, what was the last
story.
thing we talked about though?
Babysitters.
All right, yeah, then go on.
Okay, so let me tell you about my babysitter story. Okay, so my babysitter story starts. It's really weird. I recall a bunch of babysitter stories. This is one I had that I just.
Wait, when you were babysitting or being babysitted?
No, when I was being babysitted. I've babysat before. Like, I've babysat my 1-year-old brother. That fucking sucks. But satted, I guess would be the term you'd say.
Wait, how old's your brother?
Babysatted? Babysat.
Is that it?
It sounds like a test.
Like sitting on
I
babies?
think.
Sitting on
Babysit.
babies, you crush your soft
How
skin.
old's your brother?
This was my. Okay, so my dad's dated a lot of girls. That's another topic for another thing.
Oh, like your half brother, your step brother, or something.
Yeah, he's like my half brother. Actually,
all right.
Yeah, he'd be my half brother because my dad dated another chick and then they had a kid. So yeah, he'd be my half brother. He's basically, I call my brother my brother and my brother my brother.
Sure.
I don't really call him my half brother, but I forget his name. God, that's embarrassing.
Well, that's not your brother then. Jesus Christ,
Yeah, that's
man.
not your brother, dude.
My
But he-
friends are brothers. At least I know my family's name. Shit.
Well,
You can't say it's your brother if you
Well,
don't remember his name, dude.
well, he is though technically, even if I can't remember his name.
He's your
Still
brother
doesn't
from
change the
another.
fact. Yeah, he's my brother from another mother.
Oh wow, is it actually from another mother or another
Yeah,
father?
he's a brother from another mother.
Oh wow.
So, anyways, that has nothing to do with my fucking actual babysitting story. Well, anyways, the babysitting story. There was this one chick that was babysitting me and my sister and some other guy, and I was arguing with my sister.
Stop. You were how old?
14, I think.
She was how old?
17 or 16.
Was she hot?
No,
Did she have big titties?
I don't remember. She was wearing like just like the most basics. Her tits were sagged, so she had like deflated tits.
That's a little too much, man. Go on.
Anyways, you wanted to know the details. But Mario 3 with my sister, and I was arguing with her because she
On the Nintendo Entertainment System?
yeah.
Nintendo Entertainment
Super
System.
Nintendo, on the Super Nintendo.
Super Mario 3 was not on Super
All
Nintendo.
Stars, Super Mario All Star.
Okay.
They had an updated graphic version. I was playing the All Star Super Mario Brothers 3, and I think she was using the items. And I'm like, stop using the fucking like hammer, because that's like the best one where you throw hammers and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, stop using that fucking item on an easy stage. And then we started fighting over that. and then she came in and she's like, what are we arguing about? Make up. And then we made up. And then she was like, there, like make up and kiss. So she wanted us to kiss. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. And then she kept on like doing it. And the other guy was like, yeah, kiss her, kiss your sister. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not kissing my sister.
So wait, your sister was there.
Yeah, my sister was there. And she's like, yeah, I'm not kissing him. And they kept telling us to kiss. And then I'm like, you guys are weird. And I ran up to my room.
Wait, I'm lost. So you and your sister were there, and your babysitter...
Was telling me and my sister to make up and kiss after we hugged and shit.
Oh, I thought you were fighting with your babysitter.
No. I was being like, I'm not going to do that. That's what I was fighting about.
Right, and so... To make up for that, she wanted you to kiss your sister. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it was just weird, and I'm just like, I'm leaving.
Did you do it?
No, I never did.
I kissed my sister
I pushed my
once.
sister. I pushed her. She's like, that's not kissing. And I pushed her again. And then she's like, I was being defiant. And then I went to my room. I never told my dad this. He just came home. And
No,
she was like,
I'm thinking I'm missing something. I thought you and your... So you were playing Mario All-Stars
yeah,
with your sister?
yeah.
Okay.
I was flipping her bean.
And you flipping her bean the whole time.
Moaning.
And your babysitter was watching?
And she wanted me to kiss
I
her.
didn't even know you had a sister.
Yeah, I do.
I have a question.
Yes.
What's the worst? This is maybe on topic, off topic, but what's the worst thing a sibling has ever done to you?
The worst thing?
My brother knocked my teeth out once.
He
He pulled an axle off a large toy, like one of those cars you sit in as a little kid. He pulled the axle off and swung it and hit me in the face with it and knocked my teeth out.
Oh, really? My stepbrothers smashed a plastic chair over my back when I was little.
I was gonna say something, but it's nowhere near that. I sat.
You know those like you know those like really like undurable ones that you get at like a Dollar Tree and stuff? They're like really cheap. Mm-hmm. They break really fucking easy. And then he just like shattered it over my back, and I had like this huge fucking like chair well. That's the worst. My sister, I think she threw something at me, and I fucking chased her with a butter knife, and she was fucking hyperventilating, and I held the fucking butter knife up to her nose, and I was like, if you do that, I was like gritting my teeth, angry.
A butter knife. Well, I got a couple of stories. Probably not good at all.
If we're talking about stuff like, I don't know if I said this before, but a go-kart fell on my sister. Did I say this?
A go-kart.
It fell on her?
Yeah.
Like from a...
How? From where?
From a height?
My dad
Sky.
had a go-kart that he used to ride
On his
around
roof?
acres. No, he had a go-kart and we were riding it around and we were going down a hill. And you're not supposed to go down a hill and you're supposed to let the gas up and then let the thing go down. And we were pressing forward. And that was really stupid. And we turned and the fucking go-kart, like some jackass at the go-kart, just like tipped over and I crashed and then I blacked out. And then I woke up and my sister was screaming. And it was like the go-kart was on the other side, and then I ran around and I saw that the go-kart was laying on her fucking leg with battery acid pouring into her room.
Oh my
Wow.
fucking
And
God.
it was just like, you could hear the noises, and she was fucking screaming, and I ran away.
What?
I ran, not to hell, you ran the other way.
I was terrified.
It's funny.
I thought she was going to die, so I could understand that concept.
So you had to get away from that.
I was so scared, but then like something clicked in my head, and I'm like, she could die, and I could be in so much trouble. And so I ran back to save her, and I guess like the fear of getting in trouble allowed me to pick up the golf cart and fucking pull her leg
Yeah,
out. And I was
super-
little, so the idea of that is crazy.
We're more concerned about getting in trouble than her actually dying.
My adrenaline was strictly being grounded for the summer.
I do remember the most fucked up thing that a sibling did to me, but I can't even fucking say that on this podcast ever, period, ever.
think
I do
you-
remember one of the
You did say it on a podcast we made.
Oh my! I have never. I've told this to maybe 2 people, and I'll never tell it to you, Corey.
Is it the
'cause
one
you got
where-
a big ass mouth, and
No,
I'll never
I
tell it to
don't.
you, Niall, because you're a fucking borderline alcoholic.
Stanford.
I'll tell it to Jeff later. Though.
Wait. Can I just tone everything down? Wait.
Personal
Cut it out.
secrets.
Corey, cut it out for a
But
second.
that is fair use. The one I said, that's fair use.
Corey, cut this
That's
out for
bullshit.
a second. I'm a
I
borderline.
don't have royalty-free
Wait.
stories, Corey.
Stamper.
Yes, you do.
Stamper.
Yeah.
A real life alcoholic is telling a borderline alcoholic,
You think I'm an alcoholic, Niall?
nah, you're borderline too, but you're like closer to the border than I am, like far closer.
That's really interesting.
I don't think you're an alcoholic. I think Mick's an alcoholic.
I used to respect you about like this much. Now you're like down here. You have to start over.
I don't think you're, I don't
you
think,
fucked up right there.
No, you're.
I don't think you're an alcoholic. And then you grab your beer.
You're bluff.
You grab your beer right after
Stop.
that.
I will tell you the most fucked up thing I did to a sibling.
Okay.
When back to the babysitting thing, me and my sister and brother, we were always left at home when my parents were at work. And we didn't have babysitters or anything because we were all kind of age. So my parents just kind of trusted us, and we were always like 14, 12, and 9, or 14, 12, and 11, or whatever the fuck. So my parents just assumed that we were old enough to hold things together.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound that fucked up, but to entertain ourselves, since we didn't have much to do in the way of fun, we used to play hide and seek in the house, right? So like my sister would be like, okay, you guys go hide in the house and we find you. And then me and my sister were it once, and we were looking for my little brother. And I swear to Christ, we were looking for him for like 2 hours. And it was getting to the point where it was like, did he fucking leave the house? Like, we were really upset. And we eventually found him. It was kind of genius on his part. He hid in the dryer. So he like opened the dryer door, the clothes dryer, laundry dryer, washer.
Right.
So we hid in the thing that you pull open and go inside and close.
But were you guys?
Well, you don't
calling
necessarily
him or
do
anything,
that.
or were you just
What's that?
were you calling his name or anything? Or?
Yeah, totally.
He couldn't hear you?
And he
or-
was just he was just being a dick. He was just like hiding. He hid in, and it was like a front-loading dryer.
Yeah.
And we were so mad. We shut him in the dryer and we turned it on.
Oh my
Turn
god,
it
dude.
on! You could have killed him, dude!
Holy shit.
What?
Did you let it go
That
full
was
cycle?
the worst thing I've ever
That's
done.
terrible.
If that's not the
terrible.
worst thing you've ever done,
I still remember the way he was screaming.
Oh my god. Stamper. That was. Oh, how long did you
Because
leave it
it's
there
like
for?
a drum, and it's just like
And
It's a
it's
drum.
hot.
He can be
you
spinning
hear,
around.
like, boom, boom.
Scorching hot water. Scolding.
You're cooking him while we can
Scolding
spin.
while you're
laughing.
boiling him.
He's laughing. He's getting squirted by hot
Boiling
water
him
in
like
his
a
face.
ham. Oh my god, Stamper. Like, how long did you leave him in there for?
You know, the sad part was me and my sister were sitting in front of the dryer, and we were laughing.
Oh my fucking. And he was
know.
spinning. Oh, jeez. Alright, that sounds hilarious in theory. However, in practice,
I know. Well, you know, now that I'm older, I get it. You know, when you're a kid, you're just like, oh, it just turns around.
and that's how kids kill other kids.
But when you're older, you're like, oh, it's very hot in there, and it's really dangerous, and you shouldn't do
Oh,
that.
in hindsight,
It's worse than
Yeah,
anything
in
I've ever
hindsight.
done.
I may have killed.
I-
I nearly killed my little sister by stuffing Rice Krispies down her throat when she was 1.
I mean, you know, truthfully, he was
Holy
only in there.
shit, dude.
Yeah.
Truthfully, he was only in there for like 10
Fucking
seconds.
serious?
Yeah, I shoved a whole lot of Rice Krispies down her throat and she choked. And then I told my mom when she was cleaning the bathroom, I was like, Mom, hey, I fed my sister, and she was like, oh, okay, dear. And then she kept rubbing the phone, and she goes, wait, what?
stuffing fucking like Rice Krispies into her
Yeah,
mouth.
and then
What
she.
do you mean you stuff Rice Krispies? What?
Rice Krispies, and my mom came out and she saw that my sister's face was like all swell up like a hamster, and like it was Rice Krispies.
Holy
She was
shit,
like,
Niall. You
she was
just
cardiac arresting and like.
You don't even know better, but it's like, Jesus Christ.
No, I was
Oh, you were
too-
just trying to put food into a human.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't any elegance to it. You were just
No,
like,
I was like, Mom, no worries, no
You're
worries
stuffing
anymore.
like fucking like full cube like Rice
worries.
Krispies and
Yeah, like the
scrunching
Rice
it up,
Krispie treats. She was
scraping it
No,
against
it was
her fucking
actual
one
Rice
tooth
Krispies,
and
snap,
shaving
crackle,
it.
and popped all the way down her fucking
Were you
throat.
fucking like scraping on her teeth to make sure it would like break and stuff? Or you
No,
just
she didn't have
stuffing
teeth.
it
She
into
was
her-
too young.
You're stuffing fucking things she had to chew.
Yeah, no, I just shoved them down like all the way down her
That's
gob.
like fucked up, but the most funniest thing. The
Yeah,
idea
but
that a one-year-old's
she
like,
choked. She had to go to the hospital.
You know what? I turned the dryer on with my brother in it, but that's fucked up now.
that is fucked up now.
But you were conscious. You
you
realized what you
were
doing.
you were being a demon. You were being an asshole.
That's the difference.
You were getting back.
You realize what
he
you
was
doing.
trying to be
I was
helpful.
trying to. Yeah, I was trying to be
He
helpful.
was trying to be like, Mom, I know you wanted to give her smush peas, but I did it.
Oh no, yeah, I was totally being an asshole. I wanted to
That's the difference.
turn the dryer on and make him pay for
like
it.
you boiled your brother alive.
I pushed my sister off the stairs. I guess that would be fucked up. I pushed her off the stairs and broke her arm, I think.
Oh
She
shit.
was little because there was no railing, and I pushed her off
That's
like
kinda
2
fucked
flights
up.
of stairs.
Yeah, we were really violent as kids. We just
Did you do anything, Jeff?
No.
You never hurt your siblings that bad?
No.
No.
Jeff, you have a brother.
Yeah.
You've been silent for a second. Sorry if we've been talking too
Yeah.
much.
You're
No,
the
no.
older brother though.
Yeah, I'm the older brother.
Oh, so you didn't really.
He didn't show dominance by breaking.
I
his
was I'm the reasonable one. My brother's the
imagine
crazy
that.
one.
What did he try anything?
You know, normally I give people the benefit of the doubt, but I'm actually on Jeff's side with this one. Truthfully, I don't think I need to meet his brother.
I don't know.
Why?
Just from,
You haven't
just
met
from
his
the
brother?
years of just from the years of I think I get it.
We all have these interesting brother stories.
I don't have a brother.
Let's just say that. Interesting. We all sort of have these similar stories.
Wait, stop. You know, maybe everybody listening has interesting brother stories, and maybe we're in the wrong.
I remember I used to.
I used to fight with him a lot.
I used to-
He think I'm the asshole. I think he's the asshole.
I was a
It's just-
giant asshole. I used to fuck with you know in like those Goosebump movies where the older brother's like, yeah, the monster will come out and eat you. I used to fucking do that shit all the time to my brother.
Nobody watches those movies.
Oh, those Goosebump shows. Like, are you afraid?
I
of
used
the
to do
dark?
that to my sisters,
You know,
too.
you have those
Yo,
like
Goosebumps
snotty.
is on Netflix now.
Yeah, no.
I used
you
to
have
get,
those,
like-
snotty little brothers who are like older. It's like, hey, pea brain, better not go in there. The drain monster will eat you. He's like,
Oh
shut
man,
up,
I used to do
Chase.
that shit to my sisters. I was like, to my sisters, I was
No,
like,
but I would actually go the extra mile and hide in areas to fucking scare him.
I do that too. My younger sisters, like, I'd be like,
Niall, how many siblings do you have?
I have 3 sisters, and one of my
that's
little
it?
sisters, it's called Eva, and I was kind of extra mean to her. She was the middle. She was like my sister right below me is called Neve, then Eva, then Ali, and with Eva, I'd be somehow meaner to her.
So wait, what's the order? All the kids.
One
you
is
have
2
3
years
sisters
younger.
and you.
Yeah. One is
So-
2 years younger. One is like 7 years younger. One's like 11 years younger. But the one that's like 7 years younger, I was kind of the meanest to her. I'd always be like, "Do you know what I heard last night? You know the doll you have in your room?" She was like, "Eva, I'm on the first step. Eva, I'm on the second step." And she was walking up the stairs towards your room. And she slowly opened the door. Then I caught her and she just went dead. So you better thank me, Eva. And she was like, "Oh my God, thank you." I'm like, yeah. And then I was extra mean. Like I used to get 2 pillows and bang her on the side of the head and go, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
You're just like a fucking horrible.
I was just kind of mean to my sisters.
I mean, you know, you fuck with your brothers and stuff, and then they grow up and learn that, like,
You
that's
know
not
what,
true.
Niall? I can see that now. You did grow up in a household full of women.
Yeah, well, that's why. That's some
It's
people.
not to say that you're a woman, but you definitely have that understanding.
Yeah, see, some people think I'm gay because I get along with women really well, but it's
Well,
not.
that's
it's-
gay, dude.
That's not it.
You,
It's
you
just
have
because-
you sound like one.
sound like you're gay or a
No,
woman.
You can- no, you-
no, the
you're-
voice. I'm not the voice you
Your
do.
girl voice.
You
Oh,
want
my
to creep?
girl.
You want to creep people out again right now?
Yeah, I can do that. Stamper can also do a girl voice though, so it's alright.
I have to pitch mine up though. I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
just
so
talk
do
like
I.
this.
Like, this is not how I normally talk.
Can't
You know
do
that,
that.
Stamper.
You can pull off a.
See, Stafford looked
You can
disgusted.
definitely pull off a white trash chatty.
I could do a tranny voice. Like, if I decide to become a woman one day, I'll just start talking like this.
You actually could. It actually sounds like you were practicing.
So like
You
your
make
name should be
dudes'
like
penises
Tammy
go
or something.
soft. Yeah, Tammy.
Oh my God, Stafford looked so disgusted when I did that. It was like, you look disgusted.
We all,
when I-
we all did.
Yeah, see, it's just
I was only looking at Snapper though.
misunderstanding. I was disgusted at my own ability to do it because I smoke a lot. I was thinking about, you see, everyone's a star of their own world. They think that everything revolves around them. Maybe I was thinking about myself, Niall. You ever think about that?
I think about you a lot, Snapper. I'm always
God,
worried
you
about
still missed the point. Jesus.
I love you, Stamper.
Okay.
Oh, if we're gonna talk about siblings, I have another sibling story-ish. My stepdad, his kid's side, there's one of my brothers, Cody. He was an asshole. Like he would always fuck with me. Like there was the older version, Luke, who wouldn't. He was kind of like he kind of fucked with
No,
me.
this might stop. This might be confusing to people. Let's go down the line real quick, okay?
Version.
All right. So my parents divorced when I was 2, and then I got step parents both ways. I have a stepmom and a stepdad, and a real mom and a real dad.
Oh, you want to talk about like our
So
parents?
no, yeah, and then you have what?
Okay, I have a dad and a mom, but they divorced, so I have 2 stepmoms.
So American.
On my dad's side, and I have 1 stepdad with my mom.
Right. So it's just to let people know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I have 1 Russian stepmom and 1 country mom. Like she's very country southern. She
Who's your
talks like
mom?
this.
Mom.
Country.
She's like
Country mom.
wholesome Christian. That's not. No, she's like.
Is that another mom?
Yeah, that's my mom.
Okay.
How's your Russian mom?
I think
She
I
nice?
get it.
Is your Russian mom cool?
And now you
know.
still have the same bitch ass parents that put you out?
The ones that knocked me out of their pussies, my mom and dad's pussies, I am still part of their
Jeff,
family.
you still have your fucking.
A mother, father, brother.
Oh,
divorce.
your parents
That's
didn't
it.
divorce?
No.
Wow, thank you. Man, anywhere else it's like, wife and husband, they're together forever. In America it's like, yeah, she's my, like, stepson niece.
You have a
Divorce
bunch of
is more
parentless
common than
children
you
running
think,
around
dude.
and,
Yeah, in America only.
Yeah.
In Ireland there was one
That's
kid.
because you
like-
guys are all fucking Catholic, and no matter how much you hate each other, you just stick it out.
See, I think my parents are kind of doing that a little bit.
Well, yeah, no shit, really?
Well,
You
that's what it
think?
is.
I love
When
that.
did they get married? When they were fucking 17?
No,
and they
20
don't like
they're
each
like
other? Really?
24.
Surprise!
You're like my age. But I'd never get married at this age.
I hope they're not your age. Anyways.
What is with you Americans,
My parents
though?
got divorced when I was 1.
Oh my god, Jeff is such a fucking...
What?
He's an American
do you know what
freak.
my mom
Most
did?
people are fucking divorced.
It's so
You know what my
crazy
mom
here,
did?
though.
My mom saw my fucking dad's Arnold Schwarzenegger muscle, and she was like, "Wow, I want to fall in love with this dude." And because my dad took Arnold Schwarzenegger's, like, he had like lessons on how to build weight and stuff. There's
It's like
actual,
taking P90X
there's
in, like,
actual
the 80s.
videos of him teaching people how to work out. Like he was a muscle like
It's
builder guy.
P90X.
A related question for all you guys.
Yeah.
How much do you see yourselves in your parents? Like, can you look at your parents and
I
be like, you
pretty
can
much-
almost feel like you
I
really
have
came
my-
from them? Like
I have
you,
my
Yeah,
mom's
I do.
sentimental side, but
I
I
do.
have my dad's anger and creative side,
I got my mom's creative side and my
and I
like.
have my dad's perverted side.
Ooh, let's not get
know
into
that
that
for a
topic.
fact.
No, my dad is really laid back like me, but my mom's the kind of the creative side I got from her. So, and I look like my mom instead of my dad.
I guess I almost got like my dad's voice and some personality, but my mother's sense of humor
Oh yeah.
too. It's weird.
I don't
She's
have
like
my
a
dad's
dad's
sense.
humor?
My dad's
Yeah.
corny. My dad's like fucking early '90s Jim Carrey jokes all day, every day.
My dad,
the most annoying sound in the
my
world?
dad never shit talks anybody. And I guess my mom does sometimes, so it's like I know I got that.
Oh, my mom is part of this like group of moms who was in my school who are like they just talk about like gossip all day.
Oh,
It's
my
really
mom-
annoying.
My
That,
mom,
like
I know I got my like shit talking and like anger side from definitely my dad, but my sense of humor was shaped by the internet.
I look exactly like my dad, and I get his logical side. My dad is the precise thing.
oh, I'm so lucky I got my mom's hair though.
My-
'cause
if
my
you
dad's
meet my
bald.
dad-
No, my dad is the messy one.
You will see, he looks exactly like me, and he's very straightforward. Everything he does is very he's a meteorologist. Everything he does is very
You know-
concise and precise.
But that's so are you though, Stamper.
Well, no, but then my mom is like all
You
the,
got past the boat worlds then.
Do you still have that audio recording of you and your father? Like,
Oh my god, you're the only person I ever sent that to because it was so fucking embarrassing.
I almost
Talk
forget
about
what
it.
it was about, but I was like, this is interesting.
Wait, I wanna hear this.
It's not even embarrassing. It's just like me and my dad were fucking wasted, and we were sitting around, and for like 75, it was like a podcast before there was even a
Yeah,
podcast,
yeah.
and we're just sitting trying to remember who
Years
invented
ago.
the light bulb.
Thomas
We're like-
Albert Einstein?
Yeah, exactly. It's Thomas fucking Edison.
yeah,
but the whole
yeah.
time
Why did
we're
I say
just
that?
doing.
He just sounded like an older Stamper and
Albert
Stanley.
Einstein invented
Stamper
energy.
talking to himself from the
Yeah.
future.
Equation for energy.
You know what?
Introducing Stamper's dad.
So real quick,
Real quick.
final question before the time runs out here.
Final question.
Did you know that the first filament of the light bulb shown at the World State Fair was made of out of finely coiled cardboard.
Cardboard with carbon impregnation in it? No, I didn't know that. And curled? Was it curled around a little stick and then the stick was pulled out and then it was connected to 2 pieces of platinum, which were then in turn connected to 2 pieces of copper?
Is that really how it works?
Inside a sealed light bulb? Wait a minute, I'm talking about sex again. What the fuck am I doing? Yes, in fact it was true. Our friend Mr. Einstein, no, that's not him. Mr. What's his name? Starts with an E. Eichenhorn? No. Eisenhower? No. Come on, Will, help me out here.
Edward Newton? No, that was the Apple guy.
Edward Newton. No, that's Edward Norton. I'm thinking, no, that's Eddie Norton. No, it's Albert Newton. No, God. Geez.
Albert Einstein.
No, he's the theory of what we'll call it now. What's the guy? Oh, fuck me. It starts with E. Come on now. Eisenhower. That's him. Yeah. That's not it either. I don't know.
Alexander Graham Bell.
No,
that was the phone.
Fuck, he invented those crackers for fuck's sake.
Which crackers?
The graham crackers. For sake.
Sorry, I didn't find. Okay, the light bulb.
Newman.
Newton?
No, Newman. What the fuck was that guy's name?
The guy that invented the light bulb?
Yeah, I just saw him in the news just the other day. Theodore Roosevelt? No. Come on. Same era. Theodore Roosevelt.
You know what's off topic? You know what always surprised me about Theodore Roosevelt was that he's white.
He is white.
And Theodore is such a non-white name.
Oh, come on. What the hell? What? It's not Hispanic.
Okay, so the guy that...
Julio, where the fuck are you going?
Julio Roosevelt.
Julio Roosevelt, where the fuck do you think you're going? So no, not Julio. No, it was Theodore Roosevelt. He was a white guy.
Then invented the light bulb.
And he did not invent the light bulb. It was what's his name? Abe Lincoln. No. He invented
free black people.
Free black people. He did, yes. And the black people were happy to have that invention. No, let's see. Who was that guy? Come on. His name was...
All right, let's step back. Let me put you
Buddy
back.
Hackett. That's it. It was Buddy... No, sorry.
Wasn't that a Happy Days cast member?
No, Buddy Hackett was an older guy that started in movies that didn't go anywhere.
Let me put you back in grade school. Okay, let's pretend like I just gave you a test.
Right.
Okay.
Back we go.
Blank. Invented the light bulb.
In
1870.
I see. It was
Wilkes Booth.
John G.E. That's it. G.E. John G.E. No, that's not it. That's not it. No.
Hey, you know. Speaking of Abraham Lincoln, did you know that Abraham Lincoln was a Jew?
Hold it. No, I didn't know that. Come on, that's not true.
He got shot in the temple.
Nice. You know what? It might be still too early for that joke, my friend, because there are still Abraham Lincoln fans out there.
Who?
In Illinois, maybe.
Oh, those black guys that we were talking about.
Cabins. That's right.
Oh, like the Lincoln Lincoln log cabins. Those are toys.
Those
aren't.
Hey, Lincoln logs are, Lincoln. That's the name, Lincoln. So they may be a little offended. So you just better watch it. The guy who built the light bulb.
Was not Alexander Graham Bell.
Eli Whitney.
That wasn't. He invented the cotton gin.
Then he invented the light bulb because he couldn't see the cotton gin. so he makes the light bulb and ding, he sees it and he goes, hey, this does look pretty good. All right.
Okay, wait.
Let's see. Hold on.
I'm not resorting to the internet.
I wouldn't if I were you. No. Let's see. Who invented the light bulb? We just saw this. It wasn't Eisenhower, and it was not Abraham Lincoln, for fuck's sake. It could have been Robert E. Lee.
The guy, the Civil War guy?
No, that wasn't Robert E. Lee. Fuck. The outlaw Josie Wales could have invented a light bulb. He was pretty good.
Wasn't Josie Wales a female?
Josie Wales was a fictional Western character who shot lots of people but didn't even really exist, so nobody actually died.
So he maybe invented the fictional light bulb.
Could have. No, the guy, it was like Frank Filament or something who invented the light bulb. That's it. Frank or Paul Platinum, one of those guys. That's it. Invented the light bulb.
Well, okay, let's just say that Paul Platinum was the guy that invented the light bulb.
Yes, he used part
Where
of
were
it.
we going ahead of time?
Sorry?
We were talking about something before we got on the track of who invented the light bulb.
Treadmills.
Treadmills.
Treadmills, that's correct.
Who invented the treadmill?
I have no idea. George Patton, the guy who was in the war, General George Patton, invented the treadmill because he discovered that in war you never get anywhere. So that's why he invented the treadmill, because he walk, never get anywhere.
Oh, well, I get there's
Or my ex-wife, either one of those two invented it.
because it's an uphill struggle.
That's right.
And
She invented the
she had the
treadmill.
machinery down.
Yeah, you press a button and it goes up in an incline.
Oh, like the stair steppers.
That's it. Only it was flat. It's flat, like my ex-wife actually. So you can't get it. Yeah, that's it. Right
so
there.
it wasn't Alexander Treadmill.
No, Graham something. No, that wasn't it. Who did invent the light bulb? Come on, I'm dying to know now. It was a guy.
It was a dude.
Name was something, and he had a specific color of hair.
I'm gonna say chestnut. All the guys in the 1900s had chestnut hair.
Right? And he wore a specific kind of clothing back then.
Like
Come on.
Victorian style
I'm
1900s
giving
clothing.
you lots of hints here. Come on.
And he
wore
had-
shoes. He wore shoes, and he was an inventor.
Shoes with or without buckles.
That
Give me
should
more
be
hints.
Wait a minute.
Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison.
Edison invented.
No, Edison
No.
invented the subway, for fuck's sake.
It was Thomas Edison.
No, Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson signed the bill for the light bulb.
Holy, that's right. The first bill that was sent out for light bulbs, Thomas Jefferson had to pay. That's correct.
Not the bill. Oh, that too. Okay.
I think you might be right with this Thomas thing. Thomas, what's the name of that guy?
Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison. Yeah, that must have been him. Thomas Edison did invent the billing process for electricity, right?
Bingo.
That's why Thomas Jefferson had to pay.
The black light, for like the clubs.
I do. The
Where you
black light.
dance around in neon clothes.
It was invented by Morgan Freeman, I think.
And he did the Dixie cups
The Dixie cups.
or those red party cups where you put the drinks in
Oh,
the
that's
red
right,
party
yeah,
cups
sure.
and you
Yeah.
have the drinks.
And you drink the party drink out of the red cup, and then you go, "Is there any more?" Yeah, that was fun. That whole red party cup thing was a blast.
What was cool about those is that they were disposable. You could drink it and
Throw them out.
throw them right in the trash.
Yeah.
That was unheard of.
Pretty cool, boy. Ooh-wee.
That was unheard
Give me
of.
one of those red cups. Disposable, you say, I'll be fucked. And off he goes into the trash can. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember those days, yeah. We got extra drunk then because we didn't have to worry about where our cups went. Just threw them in the trash.
That's very true. Did you?
Yeah.
You didn't throw my cups in the trash, did you?
You mean those ones we were using?
Yeah.
They were glass?
Yeah.
Do you recycle glass?
We can.
How about you will? Because it might be busted up.
What a pair of faggots. Wouldn't you agree?
Major malfunction, dude.
All right.
Maybe that should be the name of the episode, Major Malfunction.
Do you want to call it that? That's a good name.
I don't even.
Or Major Malfunction.
It sounds like a movie from it sounds like Short Circuit, like
Yeah.
Major Malfunction.
Let's just call it
Major malfunction.
Let's call it major malfunction.
What would
No
we
one knows
call it?
it's
What
called.
would we actually call this episode?
Major malfunction. I think that's a good
Why
name.
is it?
Or put an S on the end, maybe.
Maybe not.
Major Malfunctions.
Yeah.
How does that make sense?
Because we're all talking about how fucked up we all are.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess that
could
makes
work.
sense.
Could work.
Major malfunction.
I think it's a good name.
Childhood major malfunction.
It's called The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. It's called The Babysitter Diaries.
That movie was always like the stupidest concept to me, and it was always like the most goofiest thing to hear in a conversation.
You can't wear the same jeans. It doesn't make any sense. You have to all be the same size. The traveling pants. You kidding me, man?
They could have had like that's kind of like
So they have to get a really big fat pair and then a cinch belt for the skinnier bitches. Like, so the first one has to be really fat, and she has to go buy the jeans at American Eagle or
Do
whatever.
you think the Sisterhood's traveling pants?
This
ever
is all
run
cut out, by the way.
Ever run into the fat pair of pants, and it's like, you're just like the fucking like the half bred of the sister in traveling.
Maybe you
pants.
need to stop eating snickerdoodles. Like, maybe that's the whole point of the movie. Like,
That'd be a good movie. Pants talk to each other, just insulted fat pairs of pants, and that's the
Call it
point.
Fat Pants, and it's just like, hey, you know what? Maybe.
That sounds like an Eddie Murphy parody, like a remake to Norbert.
Yo, Jeff, what was that? Norbert. Yo, what was that movie? That the Eddie Murphy movie is like that infamous shit where like he was
Coming to America.
That was a great movie. You better shut the fuck
Was
up.
it the one
that
where
movie.
he's like a space cadet or something?
No, this is like a horrible movie. This is the one where
That is
he's
a pretty
like
bad movie.
he's like a thing with Eddie Murphy's in his head.
Oh, my name is Jeff or something like that?
Oh, the one where it's like
I
a
don't
big
get
Eddie
his
Murphy's
insult,
head.
but
He's
I
like
really
just
think
a
it's like
thing,
a
like,
generic-
it's kind of a
around.
recent Eddie Murphy.
Is it called like Dave or something?
Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
I told you it was a
What
space.
year?
I couldn't think of the name. I was thinking like
2008.
Pluto Neptune or
Dead
something
on.
like that.
Norbit
That movie
was
fucking sucks.
2007.
I like Norbit. That made me laugh.
Really?
It made me laugh
hated
in a
that
bad
movie.
sort of way.
Norbit was awful.
You know what? I'm gonna watch The Adventures of Pluto Nash. I want to see how bad that movie is.
It's just like terrible. It's just stupid.
That's from 2002. Jesus.
Yeah. Also, I never really liked Dr. Dolittle. I never really liked Dr.
You know
Dolittle.
what's weird about Eddie Murphy? Like,
His movies suck.
so you got like Beverly Hills Cop, Coming to America,
That's a good movie.
48 hours. Even.
48 Hours.
No.
And if you look at the history, like for Coming to America, like I was kind of shocked that that movie's actually turned out to be something good.
Yeah.
Because from what I read, he was always at the director's throat. Like they never got along.
Really?
And he's very argumentative with all like everything that's
Coming
going
to
on.
America was good. Nutty Professor was good, and Shrek was good. They're the only ones I like.
What I'm wondering is like, as a,
Shrek 1.
but like
Shrek? He played-
as an
he played
actor,
a
it's like
donkey, dude.
the more he got out of being under people's control, the worse his movies got, and the more he started like doing his own thing, the worse
His
they
stand-up
got.
comedy is great.
From 84 to 80.
No, it's not.
I heard it was. I haven't
Dude,
listened to
listen.
it. but I
So
heard it was.
Beverly Hills Cop was in 84. Golden Child was in 86. Then Beverly Hills Cop 2. Then Coming to America was in 88. So like those 4 years are pretty good.
It's like a.
It's like when he started directing his own movies or something. But
Vampire in Brooklyn. What about that one?
Oh my god, that movie sucks.
What about
I saw that
Haunted
movie.
House?
That is the worst movie.
What
is
about
this a new Paul Rudd?
what about a haunted house?
Haunted
movie is
Haunted Mansion. Haunted
It's
Mansion.
called Holy Man.
I always like.
Bowfinger.
Haunted Mansion. That's
Whenever I
like based
saw
on Disney.
him-
Movies based on a Disneyland ride. Apart
Anytime
from Pirates of the
I saw
Caribbean
Eddie
are
Murphy-
shit.
Boomerang.
There was always like. Anytime you saw Eddie Murphy, there's always like.
What's it called? The perfume in that?
Oh, Soul. It's Soul Glow. Are you talking about Coming to America or Boomerang? Oh, I
Boomerang. Yeah, the
forget.
thing where she fucking gave birth to a bottle of.
I forget.
Anytime
oh,
you
yeah,
saw
that,
Eddie
that
Murphy
fucked up.
in like the goofy comedies, there would always be like a wide angle lens on his fucking gap teeth. And it's like, you know, I don't know how he feels about that, but his characters were always like these like weird iguanas with like buck teeth.
Iguanas.
He had like iguana eyes.
You know
and
that's
buck
fucked
teeth.
up, Corey. You
It is, but I was trying to say, how would you feel if you had one thing you probably were self-conscious about, and even though you took prestigious care of your teeth, you always still had those like gaps, but they were kind of like your thing, where like you laugh, you have your like fucking Simpsons doctor laugh. But you would everyone would always
Dr.
see
Hibbert.
that. They would always see that like tooth years. It's kind of like your
I
signature
like how you said
thing.
that without saying
But it's
Dr.
like,
Hibbert.
I don't know. I always thought that was funny that everyone would always like anytime you saw a character of him, he'd look like these like fucking like just this walrus with these huge fucking teeth coming all the way down to his like what do you call this thing?
Your neck.
No, this bone. Eddie Murphy is one of those guys where I remember watching him in a few movies that made me laugh, but everything else is just like, man, it's garbage. Like once
Most
Dr.
of his shit
Dolittle
is-
came out,
I heard
was
his
just
stand-up
like,
comedy
fuck
wasn't
this.
bad, but Sampras says otherwise.
It's like the whole like fucking thing Chris Rock does.
It's not bad. It's just nothing special. It's just like whatever.
No, like
It's like Chris
No,
Rock.
I've
that's
seen
fucked
it.
up. I can't say that. It was, it was groundbreaking back in the day, but like now it's like,
A lot of people, like Richard Pryor and all those guys, it's all the same.
Like I showed you all that, but a lot of that is like those were kind of the godfathers of it. So like nowadays, when you watch it, you're gonna be like, but it's only because so many people have emulated that. Since
yeah,
then.
exactly that kind of thing.
I know. So like you've heard it a million times before, regardless.
I don't
of
like
who
Chris
started
Rock.
it.
The only old school guys I'd really like would be like Mitch Hedberg and George Carlin.
Chris Rock.
Dead
man.
and dead.
They're both dead. We're going on for 2 hours now, so
That's
Yeah.
fair.
we can stop whenever.
We're having a hearty conversation.
No, it's good. I was just saying.
We've been talking for too long. All right, that's the end of that episode.
I'm gonna go watch Norbit. I don't know about you. I'm out of here.
That scene where he gets stuck in the swimming fucking pipe.
You know what? here's a funny side story about Norbit.
It fucking sucks.
No, I knew a guy for like 10 years, and he was like one of my best online friends. And then he came up to visit me for a while, and we didn't have much to do, so we watched Norbit on, I think it was Netflix.
Is it Norbert or Norbit?
It's Norbit.
Terrible. Man.
And then he went home, and we haven't talked since. And I don't know if it was because of Norbit or because of something that
Norbit
happened.
ends
but-
fucking relationships. Okay, I can tell you.
Yeah, Norbit is known for that.
You know what? I laughed like 3 times. I'm not gonna lie. Shit.
Yeah, would you laugh when she farted? She's like, that was a chair. Is that what you fucking left?
Really, asshole?
fucking-
Every one of your cartoons has an ass joke in it.
Oh,
You're
really?
gonna crack on Norbit?
Really?
Yeah.
When have you not made a cartoon that doesn't have an ass joke in it?
I like it.
Me too, but I don't like Norbert's ass.
That's a good point. He got you there.
Okay, no, he really didn't though. I don't really understand what's going on.
Neither do I, but it's...
Listen, I'm saying the only joke I laughed at, because that's the only one I can remember, was when the girl was sitting there. She's like, "Oh, that was a chair," and she's like, "Yeah, it was a chair too." But
I don't even remember that movie as much as you do. Jesus Christ, man.
You're a fucking liar. You just remember to sit. You remember to.
Thanks
end
for
your
joining
relationship.
Sleepycast. This is Johnny Utah.
You were the last person that brought it up. You brought up Norbit.
Shut up! Good night!
I'm Niall. This is Corey and Stamper. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
All right, over. Wrap.
Wait, hold on. Let's say good night in like rhythmic harmony for like the next 10 minutes.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night. Over.
Good night.
Bang!
What's up, you fucking little ugly bitches? We're back at it with Cumtown #2. Look at us, dude. We got video now. If you're a broke bitch listening to this, kill yourself. Go to patreon.com/Cumtown and watch the video or something. Right?
No, there's a channel, right?
Yeah, the video just goes on the YouTube page until I figure out how to...
What's the name of the YouTube page?
I don't know. I mean, it's
Even
like...
the premium one?
I don't have a... Yeah, I don't have like It's just, I set it up through G Suite. I don't know. I have like 5 YouTube. I put the link. The link is already on the Patreon, so...
Okay.
They should be able to find it.
Okay. Well, listen.
There.
Go to the link.
Should I get a mic stand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Do you
has
have
a mic
one?
Stand. No.
You should get a fucking fancy little. I got a little windscreen and shit, dude.
Yeah, but I like, I like doing it this way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Blue
why.
collar style.
Because microphones had to start off this way, and then fucking radio guys were like, "No, I'm not. I don't want to.
I'm not holding it.
I'm not holding something.
Holding is fuck that, dude. You pay me to talk, not to hold things.
I want it I want a chair. You probably used to have to do the radio standing up.
Yes, for sure you did. In a little booth, dude.
Yeah,
like a fucking telephone booth.
And then there was one guy that's like, nah.
Fuck that, dude.
Man, y'all got it twisted.
Y'all got me fucked
the
up.
Breakfast
I'm gonna need a board.
Club.
I'm gonna need zany sounds. I'm gonna need
until the Breakfast
clips.
Club. Nobody had. There was no. They didn't have chairs. They didn't have stands.
No, they were all. They're all in different.
One to sit down.
Charlemagne.
They're
was
all
the
in
first
different
guy to sit
showers with microphones hooked up, old school style.
That's awesome.
Actually, they were calling in from a correctional facility.
Took his name from
and
the king
freestyling.
of chairs, king of the Franks. They invented chairs. In France. You know what? I don't think that's true.
No, I think
I'm thinking
the first chair wasn't seen until 14th century France.
Yeah, no. What am I thinking? What kind of chair am I thinking of? The kind you shit in? Maybe toilets?
Yeah, you're thinking of bidets.
Maybe that's it.
The French invented a chair that eats your asshole.
Yeah.
And they just by coincidence, it also helped cleanliness.
Now, let me see here.
You want a background? You jealous that we get background?
Well, I wasn't gonna say that, but
yeah, you are, bitch.
No.
Nick's gonna do goats.
Nick's dumbass doesn't get a background.
Okay. Well, Adam's background is a picture of.
Yeah, my background is like we're all
a
hanging
picture
out.
of Adam's not even in it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here. Well, I'm there, but
Your
now
hair looked better back then, dude.
Well, it's a quarantine. I can't get a haircut.
No, you've had your hair this way for quite some time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Nati dreads at the end of this.
Yeah, you look
Dude.
gay.
I
Yeah,
look
you
gay
do look
right
gay.
now.
Mm-hmm.
And well, actually, move your head too. Move your head so we can see you.
Mm-hmm.
The picture.
Because you know Adam
The
picked that
picture.
picture because he thinks he looks good in it.
Oh, you look gay back then too. Actually,
Yeah.
What's
now I
that?
think about it.
That's why he picked that picture because he's like, oh, I look good in this picture. So I'm
You
gonna-
can't even see me in the picture. I
I-
picked it
yeah.
so you guys would be on either side. We
No,
remember the
no,
better
you thought you
times.
looked good in it, and then you didn't realize that you were going to be in the way of yourself. But that's fine.
Yeah.
No,
It
come
is,
on,
you didn't.
brother.
You weren't planning on this. Be honest. You
You
thought
weren't.
you'd be visible.
You
Just
thought
say
Oh,
that,
it's
and we
all
can
part of
move
the
on.
plan. It's all part of the plan. Everything I do is deliberate.
Just admit it, and we can move on, Adam.
We
You're
can
holding this
move on.
podcast
You're
hostage
holding it
right
up.
now.
Okay, I admit it, dude. I
Thank
chose
you.
a picture where I look good. Do I? I don't even look
No,
that good.
Where you think you look good. Of course you don't.
Oh, where I
look good.
think I look good. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Okay,
I
well,
let-
you got me again.
I let Felix
Once
and,
again.
and Noah talk me into downloading Warzone. You guys playing that?
What's
Colon?
Warzone?
Don't tell Adam, but it's the new Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, I will play it soon.
I don't have a system here.
Oh, good.
I finally got the I got the dojo almost set up, dude. I got a
Mhm.
PlayStation in my room now, on
Yeah.
top of the room, the one outside.
That's awesome.
Yep. We
I
got
don't
a-
even. I
there's one
might.
for-
I might get rid of the TV in my bedroom. I never watch anything in bed.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. What
It's
are you gonna
better
do? Dual TV in the main room situation?
Yeah,
No,
get
I'll
all the
just get-
games on.
I'll just move the TV. In fact, I might take the TV out of the bedroom, move my office into the bedroom, and then turn this. Get a squat
Yes.
rack and a bench in this room,
Yes.
and go
dude.
home gym. Did you see Mark Wahlberg got in trouble for inviting Mario Lopez over to his house to work out?
Who
Who?
did?
Mark Wahlberg invited Mario Lopez over to his house to lift weights during the quarantine. And he's like, here we are, quarantined together. I got all my boys here. They're like, Mark, that's not how you quarantine.
Every hour, a new group of boys comes in.
I got all my guys. We're all quarantined together. They're coming over. We're touching stuff. We're sweating together. We're sweating. We're getting the sweat all over the American flag. That's how you stop it.
I still marvel at his schedule
His
where he wakes up
schedule.
at 2 a.m.
Yeah,
and-
his schedule,
best.
and if you could like just compare his schedule to Hunter S. Thompson's schedule, they're very similar, but on opposite
Yes.
ends of the spectrum.
yeah, where he wakes up, takes barbiturates,
Mm-hmm.
then perks up with some cocaine.
Yeah,
That rocks.
yeah. I mean, I can't even manage it. I was up till 3 last night, and that's wild for me. That's too far.
What were you doing?
Just getting kind of reckless in the DMs, you know?
Nice. Respect.
Yeah. Just kind of being quarantined like everybody else.
Yeah, I feel you,
But
bro.
I've spent so much time not horny and not being horny
Mhm.
that like I start off frustrated.
Yeah,
You know, I'm like,
sure.
all right, fuck it, let's talk about your pussy. And they're
Show
like-
me your pussy.
They're like, excuse me. I'm like, let's get it over with. Just,
Come on.
Just tell me what your pussy's doing.
Tell me what's going on with your pussy, and I can tell you about a series of filters that I've been researching.
Filters.
Yeah, I don't know. Some new autistic thing you're into.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get into filters. I'm a HEPA.
What kind of
guy.
a filter?
Oh my HEPA. We're my HEPA. This is the wrong button, but you know.
Where'd my HVAC
You know what I
heads at?
meant. Yeah, HVAC is that's not a filter.
Isn't it air conditioning?
It's air con. It's
They have
heating and
filters in the air
Hold on.
conditioner.
HVAC is hot vacuum. Hot vacuum.
Isn't
you're
it
trying to
heating,
do,
ventilation, and
an
air
acronym?
conditioning?
What's that?
Isn't it heating, ventilation, and air conditioning?
That's what it is. Heated ventilation and air conditioning.
Yeah,
I thought hot vacuum and.
I mean, you
cold.
could be right. I just assume. I never looked it up. I always just assumed based on what they do. that
Yeah.
HVAC stood for
You're
heating,
probably right.
ventilation, and air conditioning. But you're right.
Mhm.
It could be hot vacuum
And cold.
and
hot vacuum and cold.
hot and cold vacuum service. That's actually a lot of
Hefty
people.
vagina and cock.
A lot of people
about
don't
that
know
one?
this, but they don't actually quiz you on that when you get your HVAC, like certification or whatever. You don't actually have to know what HVAC stands for.
Right.
Hmm
That's true.
Well, I think that's the last lesson.
My cousin lived in Philadelphia for a long time, and I would stay with him when I did helium, and
Mhm.
he was getting like air conditioning installed, and it was just too like those similar to those house painters.
Yeah, hell
that
yeah.
Ben had, you know, but just two guys like, what's going on? You go outside and you drill a hole over there. And then you know what? I'm being here making sure it don't get fucked up. Just like screaming at each other.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
the Mid-Atlantic working man.
A 200 square foot house, you know.
Yeah.
No reason
Making it
for
cold
it.
as shit, dude.
Yeah.
Do not barely know how to read, but they'll get that shit cold as fuck.
They'll
I'll
get
tell
it
you that
cold.
much.
Yeah. Crank it before they leave.
Feel that. Oh, yeah.
Cold enough? Let's check
Cold
your dick
enough
and
for
see
you?
how small it is.
Dude, what's the backup plan?
Shrink it up.
Should we become HVAC guys?
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared I'm gonna die, dude. I'm full on worried that Corona's gonna kill me now.
No, you probably already had it.
I think I'm gonna die.
My new thing now is thinking how funny it would be if just not a single bed at the Javits Center gets used. That this thing just kind of goes away, and there was all that, and then Trump just cruises into a second term.
I don't know if this is true. I literally just saw a tweet, but he's gonna sign the checks. It's not gonna go through like
and
the
it's
government.
Yeah, we got a thing in the mail that was like tips on how to protect yourself from Donald Trump. He's like sending out mailers.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I was saying to somebody else the other day because he tweeted out some video that's like, "We love you and America's the best and we've done so much and we're gonna beat this thing and God's gonna help us do it."
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like you know, he's like, "Let's do it all one take. Let's get it done afternoon, and then we'll all hang out." You know, and it's like
Krusty the Clown recording his fucking doll.
yeah, we're just like somersaulting into like a fascist prison state, like the kind that doesn't require like hyperbole or abstraction to like explain to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like after 9/11, you're like, you know, we don't have any freedom anymore. You have to like explain it to dumb people, but it's literally going to be a prison where you're not allowed to leave your house.
Yeah.
Like we're quickly approaching that. And and I don't really like, it's like, thank God he's our Hitler, you know? I couldn't think of a better Hitler to have. And it eases, it really does. Like, that's what makes an authoritarian regime work. Like, I was thinking about North Korea the other day, and it's like, do you think, like, North Korean people, like, the reason they don't revolt, it's not because they can't, it's because Kim Jong-un is, like, such a clown.
Yeah.
That, you know, they're like,
haircut's too funny.
they're being eaten by dogs, and they're being eaten by dogs and starving to death, and then they're like, dude, did you see he almost killed himself with cheese? They're like, he rocks. Honestly, he rocks. Like, I know I'm not no irony, dear leader. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like built in. And if that's, you know, because life's gonna suck anyways, you might as well
have a laugh.
Have a laugh. Just have a prison, and the warden's a goofball. It turns all of life into like Animal House, basically.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree. Dude.
Yeah, it's
Dudes
like
rocks.
Logan's Heroes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Those are gonna be funny ass trains.
Yeah.
The Trump trains.
Yeah.
Trump train to Auschwitz.
The Trump trains are gonna be funny, dude. I
Yeah.
can tell you that much.
Yeah.
They're gonna just be playing Impractical Jokers on little TV screens.
Uh-huh.
Everyone's gonna be having a fun time. It's gonna be carpeted.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like gold as shit. It's gonna have his face smiling. Like,
We're burning all the Jews in ovens, and they're the nicest ovens anyone's ever seen. Cuomo's like, he still hasn't sent the ovens. We've been waiting for the ovens for weeks. Trump is lying. The administration is lying, saying that they already sent the ovens to deal with the Jews, and we haven't received a single one. We're turning the Javits Center into Auschwitz.
Huh?
We're turning the Javits Center into Auschwitz in preparation.
He just cranks the heat all the way up at the Javits Center, hoping it does it.
It would be nice to have been a conspiracy theorist, but in Nazi Germany, you know? Like a guy that's like off his rocker.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, he just doesn't believe the Jews are real.
Yeah,
You know, they're like,
I thought you were gonna go the other way. He's just like,
that like Hitler invented the Jews.
yeah, Hitler came up with the Jews.
Yeah,
He's like,
Hitler came up.
like they're not real, dude. It's a fake thing that they came up with to control us. I mean, I'm supposed to believe there's an entire race of people that are that annoying, and we have to burn all of them in prison. And that's why I'm not allowed to criticize the government. That's why.
because some guy fucking complains all the time. Because some guy doesn't. I can never fucking get a nice, good price on a fucking orange.
Right. What's the cost of freedom here? You know, they say if you give up your freedom and you get rid of every Jew ever, it sounds great on paper, but you really think about what you're sacrificing.
Look, we can all agree it'd be nice if there were no more Jews. But what, we have to stay in the house the whole time?
Yeah,
no thanks.
no, thank you, dude. I'm a libertarian. I'm a
libertarian that was against the Holocaust.
I'm a Weimar libertarian. Yeah, it's weird. It's because it's like, you know, I mean, I don't know. You should feel bad about this no matter what, right? Because it sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks. It's like I feel as bad as I did after 9/11, and it's like, oh, I guess I just have to be sexually assaulted at the airport now, like every time I go. Yeah, that's just forever.
Yeah. Now you have to be at home sexually assaulting yourself.
No, you can still fly. They're not going to shut that down.
I know.
Damn, that's wild that you could still fly right now.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't Trump saying he wants to seal off New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut?
He was saying that he was like, we're thinking about quarantining and it'll be enforceable. And then Cuomo was like, there's no, like, legally, I don't know how you would do that. And all these people are like, Donald Trump, haven't you heard of the Constitution? And it's like,
shut up.
We put people in fucking internment camps in World War II. I mean, if you don't think that,
hate this love affair with Cuomo. He's a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit, but it's like, I mean, like the same people that say that Donald Trump is like just acts illegally constantly, doesn't like abide by the rule of law, think that they're going to stop him when he decides to like quarantine, you know, 3 states that are determined to be a fucking hotspot because he doesn't have the authority to do so.
He doesn't give a fuck about the Constitution at all.
Right.
I just like that you can see Cuomo's nipples in those fucking polos, dude.
Yeah.
Those fucking big Italian pepperonis, dude.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a little suck popping out of his emergency polos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever's going. I mean, the whole love affair with him is fucking annoying and stupid. And
with
just Cuomo.
Yeah.
And him and his fucking dumbass brother. They're like, oh, they're like Mario and Luigi. I love the way they interact with each other on CNN. That's who should be president.
Yeah,
a guy who has a brother.
At basketball.
Right.
You fucking mook.
Yeah.
This is great.
You know what I want out of a president? Someone who shows just the slightest degree of relatability by having a sibling. That's what qualifies somebody to be president.
I want them to have brothers and talk to them.
And talk to their brothers.
They talk to them sometimes.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we're fucked. We are absolutely
Which is
fucked.
stupid because by that metric, like, Trump is the most human president. I know way more guys like Donald Trump than I do, you know, I don't know too many Italian brothers.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think of all the Italian brothers I know.
None.
I guess Mike Racine has a brother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. His brother's extra Italian, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. He's real Italian.
Yeah. A little extra cheese
He's
on the
a
pizza.
real paisano, if you know what I mean.
He's like, yeah, the doctor, when his mom gave birth to him and they saw he was retarded, they're like, yeah, listen, there's a little extra cheese on the pizza. If you know what I mean. He's like, excuse me? He's like,
hey, he's got a little extra sausage.
He's got a little bit of a stuffed crust going on. If you catch my driftaliano.
You see what I'm saying, LaDuccio.
Hey, if you can read between the lines of Ducci, he's a fucking retardanzo. Your kid's a retard, lady.
A Taranzo.
Hey, Ritaranzo.
Hey, Giuseppe Ritaranzo.
I drive a Hyundai Ritaranzo.
Oh fuck yeah, no, we're fucked, bro.
Yeah.
I do like the more of a emergency it is, the less governors are allowed to wear.
Yeah.
So suit and tie. Then he loses the tie.
Yeah.
Now he's at polos, dude.
Mm-hmm.
If it gets worse, this motherfucker might be coming through in a tank top.
Right.
We might be seeing Cuomo in just like a tube top soon enough. Dude.
Right. He's just wearing like a diaper made out of that like that like picnic basket colored shit. You know, with the red checkerboard.
Yes.
Diaper.
I've donated all my clothing
Yeah.
to nurses.
Mm-hmm.
That is why I'm here in a diaper.
They're using all my clothes as masks. Listen, there's things you got to do to save the city. I asked for 80 million ventilators. What they send? Nothing. Like, we got absolutely nothing, and now I've had to eat all my clothes.
Cuomo's single too. You think he's getting pussy out of this?
I don't
Did he
know,
get, like,
but I can't even look at it. Chelsea Handler was like, "I want to suck his dick," like just fucking going off on the. If this somehow kills all of those people, that would be great.
Yeah,
you know?
but it won't. It'll kill. Just cool. It's just fun bros.
And I guess it's, you know what? It's like something like this happens and everybody turns it into, like, somehow everyone makes it a way to be like, I fucking told you so. This thing that nobody was expecting.
Yeah, not at
like
all.
a
We thought we were
global-
going to Australia up until like 3
Nobody was
days
expecting it. Everybody I know from their own corner is like, see? I fucking told you so. What does it mean? It means that you know, this is what happens when you don't apply class first analysis. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Jesus Christ.
Did you see that thing in the Atlantic that was like, this was like 3 days of quarantine, and they're like, women everywhere are being beaten up by their husbands. That's the number one issue. Is there's domestic violence is run rampant in quarantine.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, what the
There
fuck
was one
are you
in the
talking?
New York
You're just
Times,
assuming
too.
that. It's based what? There's been more phone calls to some stupid hotline. That's yeah. I mean, imagine writing an article that was like, well, it's 1 day of quarantine and women everywhere are already neglecting and abusing their children. I'm pretty sure. If I had to guess what women out there are doing, it would be that.
Mm-hmm.
And then just serve that one up and go ahead and
These are their pussies.
they're taking pictures
to
of the
feed their
pussies.
children.
Yeah. I guess all of them are sex workers now too. They just all have the cam.
Everybody's got
mothers
OnlyFans.
everywhere are doing OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing though. Listen, probably some people are getting a little extra, but getting slapped around. However, I think the guys that do abuse probably are still out there trying to get pussy on a beach, dude. People are still out there. Like we think everyone's quarantined, but you see fucking pictures of these motherfuckers. They're having parties and shit on the beach, dude.
I think Florida locked down finally, but people last week were on spring break.
I saw a fucking picture from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Really?
cocksuckers are just on a beach trying to start finger popping.
Yeah. It would be funny if it's like, to be somebody just, like you've been in a relationship 3 years, it's mostly fine or whatever, you already live together. Yeah. The quarantine happens and they're like, you're just like looking out the blinds and you're like, well, it looks like the fucking Family Dollar is closed. Time to beat the shit out of my girlfriend for the first time. Looks like there's only one thing to do, fellas. Is to become an abuser because of
finally the chance I've been waiting
I've been waiting for this because she can't escape other than by just leaving the apartment and going to the police, which is still an option, and nothing really has changed in that regard.
Even feel like drinking or even getting high, cause all that's gonna do really is accelerate.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Caroline's on Broadway, America's premier comedy nightclub in the heart of Times Square. It's showtime, and we've got a great show for you tonight. So sit back, relax, and get ready to laugh.
That's right, folks. We've got a great show for you tonight. Now, please put your hands together for the hosts of Come Town, Adam Friedland, Stavros Halkias, and Nick Mullen.
Every girl want to get piece of it.
Hey.
Every girl come and tell me.
Hell yeah. Hello, wow.
That wasn't enough pussy specialist.
Yeah, let it run a little bit.
Let's
play.
Put it back on. The song a little bit.
Hell yeah, dude.
Who recognizes this?
Yeah, you do? What's his name? You got it.
No, it's not.
Nah, get out.
You're way
Get the
too
fuck
much
out of
confidence.
here. Boo her.
Anybody, it's $600. If you can guess the name, Stav will pay you $600 out of his pocket right now.
My own money. His name's. You should tell people.
Wait, no, you're not allowed to Shazam the song.
Oh, hold
right
on.
in front of us.
Gully Wop, you got it.
No, it's not Gully. He doesn't even know.